Mr. Reliable. That's what I'm calling Nico Hoerner.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans, taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Again, we're still doing brand new shows this offseason, 5 days per week. No one else in podcasting covers the Cubs like this. New episodes will be published to your preferred audio platform and YouTube each weekday morning. Usually I like this for Sam and the audience to make up their minds on my trivia. I try to showcase as much humility as possible. But I do want to say I have a great trivia question for today. That's going to be the last thing we do.
Looking forward
Managerial openings that may or may not impact the Cubs. A final payroll check for 2025. And we start with Nico Hoerner, who in 156 ball games, slashed 297, 345, 394 with 7 home runs, 29 doubles, 4 triples, and 29 stolen bases. He was also, again, excellent defensively in his 3rd season now as the full-time second baseman. Sam, I said Mr. Reliable in the cold open. This guy showed up in the regular season, showed up in the postseason. I know he's one of, if not your favorite players. We lead off our report card and review series, I think appropriately, with Nico Hoerner as the first name.
As the best player on this 2025 team, Nico Hoerner. Look,
Not better than Michael Busch.
Yeah, I thought Nico Hoerner was the best player on the team. We both talked about the opportunity and the possibility of the Cubs trading him in the offseason because he did not have a good 2024.
I remember that. Yeah.
And that was in rumors, and a lot of people, not just us, thought that could be on the table. Thank goodness it didn't happen. Sometimes the best moves are the moves that you don't make. This was the year I envisioned, Matt. This was the year I envisioned in 2022 when we did one of our first 5 or 6 episodes was, could Nico Hoerner be a superstar or whatever the title was that
was it. Yeah.
So brilliantly created.
It's a superstar. You came up with that one, actually.
I appreciate the guys that put the bat on the baseball. I appreciate the guys that
you're one of the only ones, by the way.
Contact skills, getting it done with runners in scoring position. And by the way, it's not a coincidence. It's not like Nico Hoerner is just, he's an amazingly clutch player. It's the fact that his skill set is made for being clutch. Putting the bat on the ball is conducive to getting hits with runners in scoring position. And it just feels like this team needs another one of those guys. With Nico, I've always used 2 metrics. He needs to be right around the 300 mark, or he's got to hit some more home runs. When you hit 297, and I'm going to pull up his numbers if you don't mind while you're talking. I need to figure out what he hit with runners in scoring position.
Because that would be good to get too.
It was exponentially better than what it was, that 294, 297 average that you mentioned. When you do that, I don't care if he doesn't hit a home run, another one, the rest of his Cub career.
Come on.
I don't need him to hit homers. I don't even need him to draw walks. If he's going to be right around 300 with good speed, playing great defense and not striking out and hitting in the clutch, that's his job. And he's doing his job. This season, with runners in scoring position, do you want to know what this young man batted?
I'll guess it.
Okay.
So he had 297. So with runners in scoring position, I'm going to add 13 and say 310.
Yeah, well, why don't you add another 60? With runners in scoring position,
He had 370?
371 this guy hit. Now, I get it.
Go
I
Cubs.
get it. I hear you. I hear everybody. It's unsustainable. Whatever. This version of Nico Hoerner is spectacular. This is the version we were waiting for and hoping for. It's like a Derek Jeter light, if you will, at second base. Very clutch, winner, leadership, big hits. He was outstanding all year and was a pleasure to watch. And as I say on Twitter all the time, my bit with him, it makes me emotional.
Yes, that's a great. It's more than a bit. I've seen you tear up a couple times. So, Nico Hoerner's the ultimate clutch player. And I think a lot of our quest this offseason is to find someone like him for third base.
Yep.
Because that's the spot that I see for a Nico Hoerner-like player.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe right field, maybe DH, but I think it's probably going to be at third. I don't think we got too caught up in the Hoerner trade talk last year. I was reviewing, some of our episodes last winter, but him and Cody Bellinger were listed very early by Jeff Passan himself.
There's a lot of Seattle buzz with Hoerner.
Yeah, as being on the trade market. So glad that didn't happen. But you are one of the only people who values bat-to-ball skills like you do.
Mm-hmm.
And more people, I think, need to get on board with this.
Well, maybe I could get hired by one of these openings.
Nico Hoerner struck out how many times in the postseason? Do you know?
Once.
Twice. 2 strikeouts in 8 games, dude.
He's
hit .419 in 8 postseason contests. Final 32 games of the regular year, he hit .328, which for that 7 to 10 day span, we were like, wait, he could win the batting title.
There's 3 guys that come to mind when I think about Nico Hoerner's offensive skill set. Luis Ariz, Stephen Kwan, 2 guys, and then 3 including Nico. The difference is that Nico's spectacular at second base. The difference between him and Ariz is he's spectacular at second base and he also runs well. Kwan runs really well too. He's a perfect fit for this Cubs team. They need more of them. And again, we could actually have this conversation. You keep saying how clutch he is, and I agree with you. But in reality, whether he's clutch or not, it's just that his skill set for the most part is conducive to hitting in the clutch because when guys are on, you want to put the ball in play. And last year was actually the anomaly. Last year, he didn't hit with runners in scoring position. Every other year in his career, he's been right around 300 or more because that his skill set plays. And I just think the Cubs need to find another guy like that, like you just said, with that type of skill set to balance out the Haps and the Sayas and the Petes and the Dansbys with all the up and down swing and miss.
Yeah, Alec Boehm would be entering a rental season. That could be a good target.
Alex
Bregman's going to be a free agent.
And they're off.
You want to go really big, Michael Garcia, who would be a large price to pay. He's under control for a while with KC Royals. So there, I just snuck that in at the end of segment 1. Right there. Okay. Nico Hoerner grade, Sam, for me is an A.
An A.
It has to be.
Yeah, it's
no minuses with Nico, man.
No, it's closer to a plus than it is a minus.
For sure. It's a 95, 96%.
100%.
All right, coming up.
Oh, that was good. No, I was unintentional.
Oh, why did the offseason shows produce more laughs?
Yeah, well, look, we don't have to talk about the team scored 3 runs every day.
Coming up next, the payroll.
Oh, boy.
Do you realize how much under the first luxury tax threshold that baseball's number 3 market team finished under? Get those details next. Come on, man.
This episode is brought to you by Game Time. There's nothing like catching a baseball game live. The energy, the crowd, the chance to see your team in person. But actually getting tickets, that's the tough part. Queues, login screens, surprise fees, it takes all the fun out of it. That's why I use Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to fans. Game Time is fast, easy, and backed by the Game Time guarantee. You always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. I've used Game Time for every Cub game that I've been to. It's the best. You get tickets right away. You could literally wait up to first pitch. The prices go down. Fees are included. Know your total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDOMLB. For $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Game Time today.
Shout out to the everydayers, and you can become a Locked On Cubs everydayer by joining us for every episode throughout the week, which is all 5 weekday mornings or whenever you consume this show in the off season. According to Fangraphs, the Cubs ended the 2025 campaign with a luxury tax payroll of $228 million. 13 below the first threshold of 241. Remember, they went over the threshold in 24 by about 2 M's. That number of 228 for 25 ranks 11th in all of baseball. And Sam, where do you want to start with this? Because
I don't.
It's tough because they didn't reallocate some of the dollars, namely when they traded Cody Bellinger to the Yankees for a bag of Doritos. And
Cool Ranch Doritos are, they're really
I don't
good.
know if it's the number of the total sum spent or even where they rank. So 228 and 11th is the ranking respectively, but it's more the principle that has me. And I just wanted to be thorough and make sure we get the numbers out there.
Well, the Cubs have 2 choices in the offseason, right?
All right, let's hear them.
Choice number 1 is, and I'm talking about relative to figuring out a way to conquer the NL Central. They just spend $250 million, $260, and just say, we're not losing to the Brewers anymore. We're just going to outspend them to mitigate the organizational gap. It's not going to happen, right? So choice number 2 is, hey, let's be shrewd. Let's find more guys and get better at that. And that's the angle I'm going, not because I want to, but because I'm forced to. They're just not. I didn't even realize they got to 228 because when the offseason or when the season started, weren't they below 220? Did they added $10 million of salary from the Kittredges of the world? The prorated salary of Kittredge, Castro, Rogers, and Soroka, I guess.
Yep, and Savale a little bit, Santana.
A little bit there, Santana, yeah. So they got to 228, which, if I remember correctly, we were hoping they got to 240 or like high 230s.
Well, yeah, I mean that would have left a little buffer before paying a tax. Yeah,
yeah. This is the biggest. This is the biggest problem right now in the organization. I mean, you could sit here and get upset at Jed and Carter Hawkins and all these comments, and they're very valid. But the fact that the Cubs continue to spend at a level where they're 11th in baseball and they came within 1 game to the Final Four, it's aggravating. And what's even more interesting is they're 228 now. I don't have it in me, and I commend you for being able to move on this quickly. Not until late November will I dig into the payroll stuff and see where they're projected for next year. In terms of guys, because Imanaga potentially.
Yeah, I have some of that already. Yeah.
Yeah. But, the year after that, we know 2027 is a weird year. I mean, they have literally nothing on the books almost. I mean, it's going to be like Dansby and a bunch of arbitration guys.
After 27, you said?
After 26. Going into 27.
Yeah. After that's right.
Hap, Tyone, Seiya, Nico.
Swanson would be the only guaranteed deal.
Yeah, the only major guaranteed deal, and I can't even think of any other ones besides the the Hortons of the world and the Steels of the world and the guys, the PCAs of the world, the guys that are on arbitration or pre-arbitration.
Yeah.
So at some point they're gonna have to spend. So who's off the books that they're clearing
for this year?
Yeah. So
Yeah, so the free agents on the Cubs roster from the last day of the year are, I believe it's 10 guys, but count with me here. I have them.
Yeah.
Tucker,
Okay.
Castro,
Yeah.
Santana. Those are the position guys.
So Tucker right away takes him from 228 to about down to 211.
Yeah.
Because he made 17.
Let's see. Well, are you looking for a commitment number for next year?
Yeah, I'm looking at like going into the offseason when they make
decisions.
decisions.
Without ARB projections, they're only at 148, Sam.
Right, but then the ARB will increase it a lot.
Yeah, well.
So.
Also pitching, Rogers, Soroka, Brazier, Thielbar, Keller, Pomerantz, and Savali.
Yeah, so my guess is, including the ARB guys, they'll be right around like the high 100s, low 200s, and so they'll probably have about 30-35 million to spend in the offseason. That's not very exciting.
Well,
maybe a little more.
Yeah, because MLB Trade Rumors put out arbitration stuff already. I could probably do that pretty quick.
And then, that's why.
So here, help me out here.
Yeah, and that's why the Imanaga thing is so fascinating, because they could clear another more money with him. But it's ridiculous that we even have to talk about it.
It's about 11 million for the 4 ARB guys, so that would bump it up to one. You could round up to 160.
There's no way that they have
160 is a light number.
No, but there's got to be more stuff we're missing. There's no way that they could spend 70.
Well, it'd be all the players that are under team control would need their 6-digit number or whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking for the just apples to apples. So they finished the year at 228. You know, what would they be projected at right now? So that's why I just take the guys. So like you just mentioned those 10 guys, add up those 10 guys' salary in 2025, subtract from 228. That's the number I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So Tucker's 17. The other 9 guys combined are probably like 9 or 10, something like that. It's not a lot. And so you're talking about,
200, you're right.
Yeah, right around. So, they're going to be right there. They'll have probably 30, 35 M's to spend in the offseason unless they make trades or they reject that option of Shota.
Yeah, which is a major dilemma coming up for them. Looking around the NL Central.
Welcome to Locked On Cubs. We do math and you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
People are like, are the Cubs going to sign Bregman? How?
Hope so.
How? So they're gonna go over the luxury tax then, and that'd be great.
Cardinals 19th at 161, Brewers 22nd at 144, Reds right behind at 142, Pirates 28th at 110.
So
that's right, Sam. The Cubs don't have a ton of commitments for 2026 even.
Yeah.
Only guaranteed deals right now are Swanson, Happ, Sayed, Tyone, Boyd, Hoerner, and Kelly. All of those but Swanson becoming free agents after 26.
Right. And then Shaw, Pete, Steele, Horton, Ballesteros are all the pre-arbs. But
a bunch of dudes under team control. Yeah, Bush as well, Horton.
You said the final number was what? Was 140 for the Brewers? 142?
144, yeah.
So the Cubs spent $86 million more than the Brewers did. So that's what that right? Is that, I think that quick math's right. 228, yeah, whatever it is.
I got it. 84,
sorry. So
that's a lot.
Yeah, and so that's what Tom would tell you. We still spent $84 million more in the second place. Shouldn't that be enough? And that's the issue there that it stands.
Well, we'll see what he says. Usually pens a letter to fans about November 1. So we'll find out in a few weeks. All right, coming up next, payroll talk, second show of the offseason.
No, I didn't. I really didn't enjoy it.
Hopefully. You might need a Tums or something.
No, not a Tums, but yeah, I didn't enjoy it.
Coming up next, we have managerial openings. There's 8 of them right now, and 1 trivia question. Stay tuned.
This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The NFL season is here. It's already week 7, and FanDuel has an offer you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, put down $5, and if it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. Folks, I'm not a big bragger when it comes to gambling because I just feel like it's, at some point I'm going to cool off. I am 20-5 right now in the NFL betting against the spread. I took our beloved last night at +5.5. They won that game outright. Now they're -5.5 against a lowly Saints team. This Bears team could be 4-2, which is just really surprising. I'm going to give out some picks. I'm going to give out some picks here Thursday for Friday, maybe the Thursday night game or something, because I'm hot. And if I really feel confident, why shouldn't you profit from that or fade it if you believe in the analytics like Carter Hawkins? So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started.
Oh, that's too good.
Thank you.
All right. We're back here on Locked On Cubs.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So good. I couldn't even get the controls in time. Make sure you're subscribed here on your preferred audio platform or YouTube. That way you don't miss any of the great Cubs content we've got for you. All right, last segment of the show. There are 8 open managerial jobs around baseball right now. There were 9, but the Rangers already hired Skip Schumacher, Padres, Angels, Giants, Braves, Rockies, Nationals, Twins, and Orioles all have open jobs. And Sam, I was curious to get your initial thoughts on just the volume of jobs open. This is something we see a lot. We associate the NFL with, but baseball, to have this many at one time, it seems very, very strange.
Well, you had some retirements in there, right?
Yeah, you did.
Snitker and Schilt, I believe, retired, and then the Rangers thing with Boshi. Wasn't that like a mutual?
Yeah, Ron Washington had health concerns in LA as well. Angels.
So I actually talked to Jake over at Locked On Braves. Hopefully he doesn't mind me mentioning this, but he asked me about my thoughts about David Ross.
Because he's been linked there, right?
He's been linked there, I guess. I would assume so. So that was a fun conversation that I had with him. Really, just exchanged a couple messages. Yeah, I mean, you're asking me what are my thoughts on how many managerial openings? Yeah, I don't have a whole lot. Okay. I think just some retirement and things like that. I'm really interested. It's interesting. The Cardinals situation is fascinating to me with that because it's just, like my dad was saying last night, he's over for the Bear game. It's just so weird to see the Cardinals in like a rebuild and nothing's happened. And,
right.
We'll see what happens with Pittsburgh. I focus on those things that how it impacts.
Yeah, no, it's good to stay close to home. Yeah.
Yeah. But
in the division.
Are there any candidates for the Cubs? Is that?
Yeah. So, David Ross, I wanted to mention. Mark DeRosa, notably, is up for a lot of these jobs. He's coaching Team USA again, managing Team USA this spring. Joe Madden hasn't been linked to any of these. He's been out of the game now a couple of years.
Yeah.
Would like to see him back, but I don't think we will. So Cubs bench coach Ryan Flaherty is a candidate with both the Padres and Orioles. And John Heyman says he's the favorite. John Heyman says Flaherty's the favorite for the Orioles, and Bruce Levine says Flaherty's the favorite for the Padres. So he's as good as gone.
Well, and he came from the Padres, right?
Yes. So the Cubs will very likely need a new bench coach next year.
Well, I'm open. I'm open. This team could use, Counsell was at his best with Murphy as his coach. We could just go back and forth. I'm just saying I'm open.
Wow.
You want to win 98, win a world championship? I'm open.
Well, I'll have to start putting a list together of possible candidates over here then.
I could do both.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking around. 3-1 Dodgers, top 6.
Okay. All right. So Also, you know what I was
I actually didn't know that. I appreciate that information from you. I did not know that Flaherty was the favorite for the Padres job, which I don't like because that Padres team, as we just saw, pretty big competition.
No, it is. It is. And he was already there, like you said. Also, it was sort of an arranged marriage with Counsell. Like the Cubs pursued him off of hiring Schilt entering the 24 season. And, he came over here. And so it seems like it's a good relationship. When they show Counsell, Flaherty's usually right there. They're talking a lot. So I think it would be, a pretty significant loss as far as I could tell. All right. Only one player in baseball history has played for all of the current Final Four teams: Dodgers, Brewers, Mariners, and Blue Jays. He had a 16-year major league career from 1997 to 2013, so recently, including playing for the Cubs from 2005 through 2008. Sam, can you name this player?
Unbelievable question.
Thank you.
All right, this is unfortunate. I apologize to the audio listeners. I have to get into a certain frame of mind here. Okay, Dodgers, Brewers, Blue Jays, Mariners, late 90s, retired in 13, and he spent which years with the Cubs again? Excuse me?
4 seasons, 05, 06, 07, 08.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm not in the hint phase yet. So right, I'm going small, and I'm just thinking like Cubs, Mariners, or because that's probably the toughest one that for me to get. So 05 Cubs, but he was also on the 08 Cubs.
Yeah, let me know if you need any hints.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm thinking in my head that it's not a position player. Okay, I'm wrong. Okay. Well, that actually makes it a lot easier then. All right, 05 Cubs. He was with so that rules out Aramis. That rules out Lee. Is it it's not Darryl Ward or one of those guys. It's not Terrio. Just thinking 08 Cubs. It's not Fontenot.
Yeah, it's good to go around the diamond.
Yeah, I'm just thinking 08. Oh, it's not DeRosa because DeRosa came later. Oh boy, what a great question that I really
thank you so much. Yeah, I thought it was one of the best ones of all time.
I feel like I should know the answer to it. There's not many position players that were with the Cubs for 4 straight years, and they were on both playoff teams. This guy.
I don't know if he was on both playoff rosters, but he played 208 games across his 4 years.
Oh, okay. So he's not a regular.
That's right. It was a good. I guess I could have given that hint earlier.
Jock Jones?
No.
Okay.
Let's do maybe two guesses before the clue.
Yeah, he wasn't on the 08 team. So bad guess by me. Oh, this is the 08 part of this is bothering me because I should know all the position players on the 08 team.
Yeah, he had he hit for a high average in 08, playing about 60 games.
All right, go ahead and give me a hint. I'm very disappointed.
Part of the Cubs 2016 World Series coaching staff.
Well, it's not Eric Hinsky.
I was thinking that initially too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of their coaching staff. This is
quality control coach. Also helped out in the bullpen.
Henry Blanco?
That's correct.
Henry Blanco was on the 08 Cubs.
He was. Go
That
Cubs.
wasn't horrible, actually. Honestly, once you said quality control coach, I don't know why that you said quality control and I went straight to Henry Blanco.
And you were right. That does it for this episode of Locked On
question.
Cubs.
It's going to be a long off season for me if it took me that long to get
Part of the Locked On pod. It took about 4 minutes. Podcast Network, your team every day. For your second listen, check out Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on the Locked On MLB channel on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, we'll be back.
Not good for me, folks.
Covering the Jed Hoyer press conference in our next episode. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.